Well, dog watching does have a way of reeling me back in, because just when I thought we finished covering all the secrets in dog watching, I somehow couldn't be further from the truth. So a couple months ago, I had made a video covering all the dog watching secrets in the 3 dog watching games. But since then, each of these games have been getting deluxe remasters, basically overhauling the entirety of these games and their secrets, meaning that most of the secrets from before are outdated now, unfortunately. So in this 3-part series, we'll be going over all the secrets for the deluxe remasters for these games, and that of course starts with the first game, DogWatching Deluxe. Make sure you sub up so you don't miss out on the next 2 parts, but without further ado, let's hop right into the game. So here we are in DogWatching Deluxe, and I'm gonna assume that y'all already know how DogWatcher 1 functions from a gameplay perspective. But just in case y'all don't, you can check out this video in the top right corner where I go over quite literally all of the gameplay in this game. But for y'all that already know the vibes, we move. Firstly, let's talk about the differences between DogWatching Plus and the DogWatching Deluxe edition. In DogWatching Deluxe, there's actually a bunch of new cameras situated in this building. There's actually a good reason for this, but let's check some of them out. At the top left, we have camera 13, and this one is named the Employee Lounge. This room is located in the long hallway on the left of the building, but we unfortunately can't get in this room because it's locked. For now, at least. Next up, we have camera 13. This one is called the Party Room, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Literally just an empty party room, and there's even a little cake here on the table too. Then there are some extra hallway cameras like camera 10A and 11A, and like I said, all of these extra cameras aren't a coincidence, and we're about to see why in a little bit. In DogWatching Plus, if we were to go to camera 5, it would say lost connection, because we're not entirely meant to see what's in there, considering it's the employee only room and all that. And the only way for us to get in here before was to do the darkest day secret ending. But in DogWatching Deluxe, we can actually use camera 5 freely. In fact, the door is even open to us. So I guess they finally realized that I do actually work here. But here in the kitchen, there's a new door here that wasn't here before. And this is the manager's office. It's of course locked, so we'll have to figure out how to get in there. But let's move on. Lastly, this is a small one. The new DogWatching Deluxe pizzeria is littered with all these new cardboard cutouts of the animatronic characters. And I love these cutouts so much. Like, it just brings the whole building to life that much more in comparison to the old version. You know what I mean? Alright, so now before we get into any of the juicy stuff and any of the secrets, we actually have to beat this night first. So like I said before, the gameplay for this night doesn't really change, but there's a couple things we do need to talk about. On the back wall, there's a little paper that tells you how all the animatronics functions and all that fluffy stuff. But interestingly, the paper changed a little from DogWatching Plus to Deluxe. What's new here is that instead of Foxy just running around the building randomly, we can actually prevent him from doing this by simply just using the camera. Also, at the bottom of this sheet, we can see a little line that says, "Be prepared to leave the office for emergencies." Now, what emergencies could possibly make us want to leave the safety of our office? I guess we'll find out soon, right? So after starting this shift, it really was the same old dog watching gameplay at the end of the day. But at some point in the middle of the night, we'll hear this loud howling sound, followed by a message at the top of our screen saying, "Catch it on the cameras before it reaches you." Well, this is where the fun begins, because we have an entirely new animatronic in this game, and she's actually been posted up here in the backstage the entire time. This is Mars, and as the game told us, we have to find her on the camera before she finds us. If we do manage to find her on the camera, she'll actually rizz us up for a second before obliterating that camera, leaving us unable to use it for the rest of the night. This right here is the main reason for this game having more cameras than the last one, cause Mars and her little anger issues keeps destroying all the damn cameras. And yeah, this is also what the paper in the office meant when it said, "Be prepared to leave the office for emergencies." Because unlike all the other animatronics in this game, Mars is the only one that could care less whether we have doors here or not. I mean, just look at this. Also, when Mars activates, she'll freeze all the other animatronics in fear, making her temporarily our only real threat. Now, what's nice about this is that Mars single-handedly gives the cameras, and to an extent, the entire pizzeria actual use in this game. Rather than us having to stay in the office staring at doors for the entire night, now we have to sprint around the place luring Mars to different cameras. And the longer the night goes on for, the harder this task becomes. Because remember, she's literally breaking our cameras. So we need to make sure we snake around the building to lure her to different cameras for her to eventually break those too. But I love the addition to Mars in this game because it makes DogWatching Deluxe DogWatching Deluxe. But after a long night of running for my life and sacrificing all of the company's equipment, the lights had finally turned on, meaning that we've officially beat DogWatching Deluxe. So with the night finally completed, we could actually start doing some of these secrets now. Alright, so let's head back into the base night again. And we're gonna start the night as usual. After the doors finally let you leave, we need to book it to the kitchen. Now, in the corner of the kitchen, there'll be this little black shelf. And if we look closely, we can see a small purple present on this shelf. If we throw our camera in the corner of this shelf, we'll actually be able to click on this present. And this gives us the key to the employee lounge, which, if you remember, is on the complete opposite side of the pizzeria. So after sprinting around the whole building, we reach the lounge, and this unlocks us the Take 10 badge. Alright, that's cool and all, but to be honest, this room has nothing in here. It's the same old room we was just looking at on the cameras not too long ago. Wait, hold up. This board looks like it has something important on it. Reminder, we have an active potential threat. If you see any suspicious happenings, report it to the owner or police. We are on high alert due to the incident that happened on November 5th. 5 children have gone missing and their last reported sightings are here. Well, that's always fun, isn't it? I guess we'll just have to stay on our toes then. So let's head back to the office and continue our night. But I hear footsteps though. And each animatronic has their own unique footstep sounds, but I don't think we've ever heard this one before. Is there someone new in this building? Who's that? Whoa, run! Whoa! I'm gonna break character here for a second, but you get a badge for the first time you die in this game. And it just so happened that this death was my first time dying in the entire game, which is kind of funny to me. But we ended up getting killed by the same person that the pictures in the employee lounge were talking about. Plane guy. Now we get teleported to a cutscene titled Chosen. And here we get to play a day in the life of a degular, ordinary man. He's so ordinary, in fact, that his name is literally Normal Guy. So Normal Guy is walking home while complaining about his job every step of the way. You know, as normal guys do. And eventually we reach our home, but right as we're about to open the door, some strange deformed deer crawls out from under the crib. Its eyes start to glow purple and it starts speaking to us.
I've been watching you for a while, friend. You will be perfect. You will be so much more. I will give you purpose. I hope you will enjoy our time together, friend. Now, rest.
Bah, DogWatching has no business cooking this hard. I love this game so much. But look, we literally see Normal Guy transform into the Plane Guy, the same person who killed those 5 children and eventually us too. Then we get sent back to the main menu like we didn't just watch some nefarious go down. But I mean, we still have to talk about the next endings, so let's boot back up the base night and get to cooking. Alright, back in the pizzeria, let's begin this night as usual. But instead, this time what we're gonna do is head back towards the entrance. And we kinda just gotta wait here for a little bit. Eventually, after enough waiting, a crowbar will spawn on the counter. And after collecting this crowbar, we need to head back over to the kitchen. But amongst all of the garbage here in this kitchen, there's actually a box. We'll use the crowbar to get into this box, where we'll then find a screwdriver. With this screwdriver in hand, let's head back towards the office. Now, outside of the right door of the office, in the corner is a vent. And if we have the screwdriver, this vent will pop right open for us to crawl into. Now, we're slowly making our way through this vent. The deeper we get into this vent, the more drawings we can see scattered around the walls, until eventually the entire vent is covered with this image saying "Find him." But we're reaching the end of this vent. Oh shoot, we're actually on the other side of the management office door. What was that? Oh, he's coming! And yeah, Twilight spun the block to come touch us up again. But after this, we get moved to yet another cutscene, this time named a one-on-one. And in here, we actually get to see what the pizzeria looks like during business hours. There are children playing around, employees working, and the animatronics are all on stage, actually behaving. But we're not here to enjoy the glory of the pizzeria. We have a one-on-one meeting with our manager. So let's head over and see what's going on. So we're here with the manager, where we can see we're actually playing as the plane guy. The manager explains to us that ever since the 5th, we've been acting very strange. And if y'all remember, the 5th is when the big tragic incident happened. After this was brought up though, plane guy starts to tweak out, and this happens.
What did you do?
And yeah, if I were to freeze frame for y'all, we could actually see the 5 different children here with a guy and a knife. This is the tragedy of November 5th. Then bro just straight up quits the job and walks out, leaving the manager no other choice but to put 2 and 2 together and call the police. Bang, back to the main menu. I love how the game just plops us back in the main menu after literally witnessing a tragedy. But we have one final secret I want to talk about. Now, this secret is a little bit different from the others. We can't just boot up a basic night this time around. This time, we have to beat the 420 mode custom night. Now, ordinarily, this will be the time of the video where I start to complain and cry and moan about how annoying this night was to complete. But it had to be my lucky day or something, because I fluked the out of this win. Since this was 420, Mars wasn't active at all, so I never needed to worry about the cameras. Then while I was out of my office, I realized that Bonnie had walked in there expecting me to be there. Usually, even if you aren't in the office, the animatronics will still follow their usual paths after walking in the office. And since Bonnie was literally the last person I was trying to mess with, you know, him being super fast and all, I kind of just let him be. But I guess Bonnie was roleplaying as the night guard this session, because he literally never left that one spot in the office. And after noticing this, I tried to take advantage of it. I played mainly along the long left hallway because aside from Freddy himself, I'm pretty sure no one can walk down this hallway. So for me, this night boiled down to looping in big circles while Freddy just chased me around and praying that Foxy didn't intercept my path and ruin my run. And luckily, it actually worked. Yo, how long is this night for real? Nice! Now, I will say that if Bonnie didn't bug, I probably wouldn't beat this night anytime soon. Like, I'ma keep it a stack. But whatever, DogWatching was on my side today, and with that, we finally unlocked a new cutscene named Misdirection. This time around, we're playing as Freddy Bear, making our way through a forest. Unfortunately though, we start to get hawked down by Mars until this happens. Apparently, Twilight has latched onto Yellow Bear and infuses him with his influence or some shit. hence the glowing purple aura. And just like the rest of the animatronics, gets dragged back to the pizzeria. And with that, that was the secrets of DogWatching Deluxe. I want to shout out the dog watching community for helping me actually get these secrets and clarifying a lot of the confusions I had while making this script. I'm still confused after making this script, but that's besides the point. As of the release of this video, DogWatching 2 Deluxe's trailer has already dropped, and I can't wait to make a video on that game. But every day, we're getting that much closer to finally getting a DogWatching 4. So make sure to sub up so you don't miss another DogWatching drop from me. But with that, I think I'm done. So I'ma bounce. Save.